Side Talk is presented by AgPro. Welcome to Side Talk, part of the Side Cemetery tradition. The Side Cemetery is in its 61st season, celebrating great Seminole wins, on the road, against the crowd, and against the odds. On game day, when you're near Doak Campbell, come by the cemetery and push the button. You'll hear from legendary Seminole stars on how they brought back the side. Andre Wadsworth had one of the most meteoric rises in college football history. He came to FSU as a walk-on defensive end from Florida Christian Academy in 1993. When he graduated 4 years later, he was National Defensive Player of the Year, a unanimous NCAA All-American, and became the NFL's third pick of the first round of the draft. He is truly a legendary Seminole Hall of Famer. Today, he's a Sod Talk legend with fellow first-rounder Corey Simon. Corey, you've got a pretty good defensive line teammate with you.
Thank you, Doug. Yes, I do. Andre, it's so good to see you, man. Good to have you on the show. For all the fans out there that don't know, Andre was my best man in my wedding 22 years ago. Best man in my wedding.
Don't say it like that.
Yeah, man, we're getting old. And let's jump into a little bit of history. Coach Chuck Amato shows up at your door and he asks you to come and be a walk-on at Florida State University. What was that like? What did that feel like to have Coach Amato come in and make that offer?
Well, so it was actually my sophomore year. Chuck Amato was going to a school down the street from mine. Coach Amato said, you know what? I'm just going to stop by and talk to the head coach here. And says, hey, do you have any guys? And he goes, you know what? We have one guy on our team that I believe that can play at the next level. And I was able to talk to him. I just was drawn to Florida State. And there was one running back. His name was Amp Lee. Amp Lee wore number 42. I thought he was the smoothest cat could be. The next year, Chuck comes by the school. I'm sold.
Leaving small school, coming into Florida State University, 217 pounds. And then you walk into a dynasty. During your time here at Florida State, you went an amazing 42-5-1. And you finished no worse than fourth in the rankings. What was that like, being a part of a program like that?
The thing that was laid the most impact was Coach Bowden speaking to us like his sons, and he cared about what we did off the field and what we were when the game was over, our character. And I saw that in the way he spoke to us, how he spoke to us. Definitely football was secondary to him.
What was the competition like, competing with those guys on a day-to-day basis? And what did that do for your game long term?
No one ever hated on each other. I loved to see you succeed. All my teammates, classmates, you wanted them to do better than yourself. All the guys, hey, we had fun, we ran our mouth, everybody wanted to get better.
We're going to fast forward to your senior year. We had a third-ranked FSU team going in to play against a fifth-ranked North Carolina Tar Heels. In that game, you had 3 tackles for loss, 3 sacks, and we went on to thrash the Tar Heels 20-3. What do you remember about that sod game?
I remember the smell of the grass, a crisp air, and I remember the hype of the media, and I knew this was a big game. It's a difference when you're at a big game and being nervous, but that was a big game that I knew that we had the juice as a team to handle business.
There was a pretty strong stretch there during the season where quarterbacks just wouldn't finish games against us. Talk about that a little bit, just how intimidating a Mickey Andrews defense was.
I think 6 quarterbacks we knocked out.
I think it was 7. I think we went 7.
7 of the starting quarterbacks and I think 4 of the backups. But to tell you the truth, that wasn't even a goal of ours, was it?
No.
It wasn't even a goal. It was all internal. They were just end up being a byproduct of our own competition.
I want you to talk a little bit about, what does Mickey Andrews mean to you?
Mickey Andrews, Chuck Amato, Coach Bowden, the way they coached, you didn't want to let them down. And that's how it was with Coach Andrews. Is like, he believed in you and believed in us so much because he knew we can reach those goals.
So we talk about your senior year. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention 16 sacks. When I say that to you, what does that mean to you?
It's 18 sacks. I don't care what anybody says. Because they didn't count my bowl game. It's still a game. And I don't care if it's postseason. They count them now. That's why I hear 16. I'll say they're wrong, and it's 18. I bet you didn't think it was going to go there, did you?
No, I knew exactly where it was going to go because I know you. 16 was going to be a slight, and I knew it. Tell me what the icon meant to you, Coach Bobby Bowden.
You know, he changed my life. He changed your life. He changed so many lives. Coach Bowden, what he is an icon. You can't make him bigger than you think you can make him. Like everybody says, oh, he was the greatest this. He's bigger than that. When we're gone, all his players are gone. I believe his name will always be because of the type of man and character. Not about the wins and losses and the championships. It's about the man and character that he is.
Well said, Andre. So let's fast forward a little bit. You're drafted by the Arizona Cardinals, 3rd pick in the draft.
With the 3rd pick in the draft, the Arizona Cardinals select defensive end from Florida State University, Andre Wadsworth.
You sustained some knee injuries. What was that like to overcome those and move forward?
You're just fighting, and you believe in the best. And to this day, you're still thinking, like, how did it happen? You know, I'm 19 surgeries in total. Man, I felt like the game was, I can do this because God blessed me with good enough tools to play the game well. As disappointed as it was, I can lay my head at night because I know I did everything possible. I remember I was about to sign with the Chargers. I was just coming back from a Achilles tear, and right before I was taking my visit to the Chargers, I said, let me get one more workout in. Pop the other Achilles. So I had a boot. I had a boot for my old Achilles, put it on the left foot, and went to California anyway and went to the beach and enjoyed myself.
That sounds just like Andre Wadsworth. So tell me about life after football.
Several different businesses. Me and Peter Boyer were in the car business for almost 10 years together. I started a Bible study when I was drafted here. And now I'm the executive pastor and founder of a church. I do other business deals, but that's my main thing. A lot of nonprofit and helping the community and doing things like that and being an impact and a light here in Scottsdale, Arizona. I'm just full-time dad with 4 girls, 2 in college. I play volleyball and I travel all the country to watch them and then also watch my 2 younger girls that play club volleyball.
Well, I have one final question for you.
Yeah.
What does it mean to be a Seminole?
Being a Seminole, it's beyond words. And that's probably because of Coach Bowden, Mickey Andrews, the fan base, the school itself, Tallahassee. All of it together makes what Florida State is special.
Appreciate you so much, not only for being one of our SOD legends, but your friendship has meant the world to me. Thank you. You are indeed a Seminole great, one of the best to ever wear the garnet and gold. Thank you for being a SOD legend, and we'll talk soon.
This episode of SOD Talk was presented by AgPro.